yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all about family.
It is. As we're live, waiting for this countdown, which is the longest countdown of all time. Yeah. There it is. We got the dub, baby! So guess what, Greek?
What's that?
We got some breaking news coming in here.
What do we got?
From Ian Rappaport. We'll discuss when we go live. We're ready to go live as we share the show. Please share the show. Share, like, and follow. As we're only a couple days away from the new year, as your family member walks in, it's always a good thing. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. I say go Bucs.
It's exciting!
It is. Especially this breaking news if you're a Todd Bowles fan. If not, we're doing our production meeting as we speak here. I swear we're not being unprofessional. I'm just trying to make
We are
sure.
unprofessional, sir.
I'm never unprofessional. You know what's unprofessional?
What's that?
This. You know what's unprofessional? Your favorite sound effect. You ready?
I hate you.
What did Tom Brady think of the last week's effort?
I'm cleaning up the shop right there!
He loved what the Bears did. He absolutely went nuts. Did
Yes.
you know that?
Yes. Oh, look at this. Tim. Tim says, I'm here. We can start. Go Bucs. I think he wanted to say fire the cannons. Bean, what do you say? Fire the cannons?
Fire the cannon!
Are we going to win today?
Oh, yeah.
Eric is already asking the tough questions.
Eric, just don't call in and tell me this nonsense about firing the coach. Because it'll be a very short phone call.
Well, he thought that Todd Bowles just signed an extension.
I'm excited.
Are you excited? Is Todd excited? I think Todd's
My
excited.
post couldn't be shared. That's right.
It's exciting!
Gotta love that. The Facebook drones. Facebook wins again.
Share it to me, please. No, I said never mind. I already got it.
We got the great TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network coming on here in just a little bit. After this long, drawn-out intro. Because I like it.
Post couldn't be shared.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's Facebook, though. Gotta love that. Yes, I know you can hear me, Eric. We're doing this on purpose. This is not by mistake, by the way. What do I want for Christmas? A Bucs win. How about that? Huh? Right there? see Zach Mitchell tuning in on Instagram. There we go.
Jared Teresa Wallace, please. That's important.
It won't let me. Sure, let's go. I like the confidence there, Harry the Greek.
They're winning. It's not even close.
Here we go.
Never should have lost that game.
Boom,
week.
shakalaka.
I do know one thing. Up there are in first place and they own the board. Let's go.
Patience, Grasshopper. Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, along with what's his name here? Here's his intro. Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, as we get you ready for Bucs versus the Dolphins. So how do we do this? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. And the last couple weeks, it's been all nonsense if you're a Bucs fan.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, losses to the Saints, Falcons, and the Panthers have put the Bucs in a precarious situation as now they're in second place coming into this game versus the Miami Dolphins, who at the beginning of the year also had their fair share of expectations. Let's just throw it out there right now. The playoff scenarios are as follows. Bucs have to win today. If they do not, and the Panthers beat the Seattle Seahawks, then the Panthers will win the NFC South. If the Bucs win today and the Panthers win today, it will come down to a final game at Raymond James Stadium.
Can't wait.
Pop quiz at the end of the show if you don't understand the scenarios. So there you go. Basically win out. You win the NFC South at this point. We did have some breaking news as I put it out there. We'll get out to the web heads. We'll get out to your phone calls as we always do here for your Bucs away watch party. According to Ian Rappaport, Todd Bowles' job, only the best NFL insider in the business says that Todd Bowles' job is not in jeopardy. Your thoughts? Welcome to the Evolution.
Oh, I think they should fire him and everybody else. Can I jump on that bandwagon?
Can we not jump on that bandwagon? Because
we want all those phone calls today about firing Todd Bowles. They're not firing him. I even know my nephew wants him fired. Trust me, he does, and he's a huge Bucs fan.
Nephew wants him fired? Why does your nephew want him fired for?
Because he doesn't think he's any good, and he's actually lost the team in the locker room.
Do you think? I mean, and let's throw this out there to Bucs fans. We'll put it out there. First and foremost, what's your confidence level with this Buccaneer team from 1 to 10? And do you think that this team can rebound today versus the Dolphins? Once again, a winnable game, but all those games that we talked about were winnable games, Harry the Greek.
You know, Pete, we can actually end this show in 5 minutes because I can give one little dissertation.
Go for it.
We're going to forget about us Todd Bowles nonsense because the Bucs will win today. Carolina's going to probably lose, although I am on a selfish reason why I don't really want Carolina
And
to
why
lose.
is that? Because you
we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yes.
But if Tampa wins, they control their own destiny. Then nobody's got anything to complain about. But Pete, get used to it. Every team that's not succeeding wants their head coach fired.
Well, I think Dan Campbell, a lot of the Lions
Who
fans
do you think the
want
best
Dan
head
Campbell.
coach in football is?
My
Honestly.
opinion?
Yeah.
McVay.
McVay? Okay,
Yeah.
give me your next one.
Wow. I mean, I think you got to go with, don't you got to go with Andy Reid at a time? But
How
now
about
Andy
that?
Reid.
He's the most forgotten head coach in football.
Yeah.
Did you know he's won Coach of the Year one time?
One time.
I just wrap your arms around that.
One time and had a bad year. So that's why
And
it's
guess what?
Right.
They're screaming in Kansas City to fire Andy Reid right now.
I'll take Andy Reid.
But
I
why?
think
He sucks.
I think
Kansas
Mike
City's
Tomlin is pretty
eliminated.
good. I think John Harbaugh, he won last night, but if the Steelers win today, they eliminate him. There's been talk of John Harbaugh. Would you take John Harbaugh if you're a Bucs fan? If they, again, this report has been put out there.
Jim, no. I've never been a big fan of Jim Harbaugh. I liked him when he was a quarterback. He was okay. I think his career flourished when he went to Indianapolis. And after that, I just never really was a fan of his coaching style. Just my opinion. I think he's very vanilla and very predictable.
Also, this follows up the report from Rondé Barber of WFLA TV, who, by the way, Hall
What's
of
up,
Famer.
Rondé? How you doing?
Is definitely, we need to get him on the evolution of sports talk television. As he said, Bull seat is a little uncomfortable. But look, we're not in the market. We won 3 straight division titles. I'd say his seat is probably a little uncomfortable, but it ain't hot.
Let me tell you something. If he loses these next 2 games, he's gone. I don't give a damn what the reports are out there.
Right.
The Bucs don't tolerate that stuff. This organization does not do it. I've seen them let coaches go in the middle of their contracts.
Right.
I.e. Lovie
John
Smith.
Gruden, by the way, if you guys didn't know this, as we're live here from Tampa Joe's, but there's a reason why not only have we come here because this is home for away watch parties when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but you guys didn't know this. A long time ago, John Gruden was actually fired at Tampa Joe's, according to the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Now, it wasn't called Tampa Joe's at the time. It was called something else, but he was actually fired in this place 2 weeks after the season, after he had a meeting with the Glazers. So,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. You're going to get fired too today, I bet.
Well, hopefully I'm not.
I'm kidding you.
Hopefully I'm
kidding you.
not. Hopefully Bucs fans show out and show up today, and hopefully this Bucs team shows out today. And that's the question of the day. Not only your confidence level, but do you think Todd Bowles has lost this locker room? Because
he hasn't lost a locker room.
No?
Pete. No, he hasn't. Okay, he hasn't. I mean, listen, you got to be an idiot not to want to make the playoffs. The players are not going to tank when they actually control their own destiny on 2 very winnable games. Let's go back to the first 7-8 games of the season, how this offense was clicking. You've got everybody healthy. You're a little bit disturbed on the offensive line. Defensively, you're getting almost everyone back. And you're playing a rookie quarterback who hasn't thrown a touchdown pass yet that you should completely dominate. He's not super mobile. Okay. So what do they got to lose? Oh, my God. Let's win another NFC South. Let's go ahead and make it to the dance again. Anything can happen. Now,
Right.
Is this the same team as it was last year or maybe 2 or 3 years ago? No, it's not. But let's be fair. If you get hot, anything can happen.
Well, and I think, some of the positives at this point are, again, you're healthy with Mike Evans. You're healthy with Chris Godwin and Jalen McMillan. But with that being said, how can your offense stumble so bad with Baker Mayfield struggling
Can't answer that.
this stretch? And then on top of it, your defense, Kalijah Kancey not playing today, but the 21-day window opened. I believe he was the key all along. I think
Is
that's the
Kalijah
reason.
playing today?
He's not playing today.
He will play next week.
I
though.
think he'll play next week. Also, Tristan Wirfs not playing today. So
Wirfs is out as well.
Wirfs is out as well.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Wirfs is
Ooh.
out. Kalijah Kancey is out.
Ooh. They
So-
still win by 10.
Still win by 10. All right, we'll take your phone calls. As always, we want to hear from you Bucs fans today. Where is your confidence level? Do you think Todd Bowles has lost this locker room? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Got to get that twinge in there because I'm ready for this game. I'm ready to get that bad taste out of my mouth. All I want for Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer win. Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the Evolution.
What's up?
What's up, Trevor?
What's
How you
going
doing,
on,
man?
boss? How you doing?
Hey, I'm here. I'm supporting my team.
Okay.
What's
all
your
right.
question? You got a comment or a question, brother? How you doing,
First,
Trevor?
what's your confidence level with this Bucs team right now, 1 to 10?
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
I was in Carolina last week.
Wait a minute. You're giving it a 5 against Miami?
Well, I mean, logically speaking, you would think it would be a 10, right?
Yeah,
But,
you understand
you know,
this team is almost a 5-point favorite on the road.
Well, I mean, look, I was confident that we would beat Atlanta. I was confident that we would beat New Orleans. I was also confident that we would beat Carolina. And so my thing is, you know, maybe we just got to do some reverse psychology. Maybe I should not have any confidence. And maybe, you know,
I love it.
I love it, Trevor. I love it. No, but seriously,
I'm willing
where
to try
you're
anything at this point.
Trevor, I
So,
understand
you know
you're
what? My
cautious.
confidence is 0.
Wow.
I understand you're cautiously optimistic. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the glass half empty rather than being half full. What
Right.
makes you worry about this game? Where do the Bucs lose this game in your eyes?
Well, I mean, okay, obviously we got the talent to win the game, but here's the thing. What I've been seeing lately at the team is we've been making critical mistakes and we've not capitalized on the time, you know, the things that we need to capitalize on to win games, to close out games. And to me, we haven't fixed that issue yet. And to me, it's like, until I see that, you know, I'm gonna have my concerns, you know, and that's really what it is. It's not that we don't have the talent. I feel like we got the talent to play with anybody.
What are you most worried about? The Bucs defense stopping Miami or Tampa's offense facing Miami's D?
Really, either side of the ball, it comes down to penalties in critical situations.
You're not answering the question. You're worried about the Bucs defense or offense? Which one you worried about?
Defense.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Pete.
I think it's fair, but I think the most disappointing aspect, and you would have to agree, is the offense. Again, you're coming into this, you're getting healthy with Mike Evans, you're getting healthy with Jalen McMillan and Chris Godwin. You have Ibuka, you have Bucky Irving, you have Tez Johnson. Why is this offense suffered? And I think it goes back to
the offensive line.
Well, the line, but
that's
also
why.
Baker Mayfield has struggled too.
Well, he's also been hurt. Pete.
Right.
I think it's the offensive coordinator. That's just me.
Look, you know what? You're absolutely correct. But let me ask you this. They win the next 2 games. They win the NFC South. They play their first round of the playoffs. They're either going to take on the Rams or the 49ers, hypothetically. Let's just say that they beat one of those 2 teams here at home. Are you still really worried about the OC? Yes or no?
Yeah, I am. Well, I think he's holding us back offensively. That's just my opinion.
Well, what do you think he could do that's going to be better?
Huh?
What do you think he could do to be better? He could play left tackle and left guard? I'm asking, honestly. Because this offensive line has been in shambles. There was at one point the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were suiting up players that were bagging groceries the week before on the offensive line. I'm just kind of curious. And look, I am not a fan of the OC for Tampa, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. What is an offensive coordinator and what is a head coach supposed to do when you're suiting up 2 and 3 players that were bagging groceries the week before? But nobody thinks about that because they only think about what's on the field. Doesn't this fault lie onto the general manager?
Well, yeah, no, I'm not sitting there and saying that he shouldn't be blamed too, because I definitely hold Jason Light to task when it comes to this too, because we definitely could have gotten some pieces defensively to even out this roster a little bit better than what it is right now.
Right.
But offensively, just on the OC, I get what you're saying about the two guys that was bagging groceries or whatever.
Right.
What about the fact that we had all our receivers healthy last week in Carolina? We only scored 20 points.
And you were down an offensive lineman. Hold on. That Carolina team, if you've been watching the sports web and you've been following me, I'm the one who said prior to the season that if anybody was going to challenge this team, it was not going to be New Orleans and Atlanta. I assure you it was going to be the Carolina Panthers. Let me tell you something. Carolina ain't going anywhere. That team is around to stay. And I've seen
them play, though.
That's
Harry,
right.
And you're right. They've improved. But here's the thing, though. They've been up and down defensively all year. It's not like they've had an elite defense.
Without
so
question.
My thing is this: we've had our guys for years now. You know, Godwin and Evans mainly, right? and they've been successful for years. So to me, I'm sorry. To me, that's one lineman should not negate the ability of a Mike Evans and a Chris Godwin, especially against a Carolina team that's been a decent defense. But we've shredded decent defenses for years now, regardless of whether.
And you had a healthy Baker Mayfield earlier in the season.
Well, going back to the offensive line, let's face it, okay? You've had variations. You've had shifting in and out. You lost Bretterson. That was a major loss. You lost your right guard at the beginning of the year. That's a major loss. Michael Jordan is not his Sir Airness. I don't even think he could play in this league at this point. The right guard situation, Feeney, he's not good. Definitely, I think Jason Light has to take some blame on this. But really, at the end of the day, you didn't think you were going to go down 2 offensive linemen. So that's a depth thing, and it doesn't help. And for the Bucs, again, to be where they're at, and I think a lot of people just look at it from the standpoint of that early success at the beginning of the year with all the reshuffling, you were still able to win. Now you're not able to win, and Baker Mayfield has struggled, whether it's injury, whether, again, it's reshuffling.
Baker's been hurt, bro.
I think Baker's hurt, but I also think, again, it's tough because you have that reshuffling offensive line. So it's just a storm of suck. Let's just throw it out there.
Well, it has been, okay?
No disrespect to Baker, but that injury that he's dealing with, there's still no excuse for throwing that pick last week.
Well,
no. Let me tell you something. I remember that play like it was last night, okay? But it was last week. Let me be really clear. People are blaming Mike Evans, and some people are blaming
Baker Mayfield.
Right. Let me be clear. When he stepped up and started the scramble, Mike Evans seeing him in trouble, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to cut back in, find the dead spot in the zone, but he didn't realize that ball was coming. That was exact time when he was cutting in. Mayfield was in the process of throwing to a spot.
Right.
That's nobody's fault there. That was zero. I give no. If he held on to the ball, I'm not kidding you, for half a second longer, he would have seen them cutting to the inside rather not going out.
Right, but again, the offense has to play perfect. They haven't played well.
That was bad luck.
You can't turn over. Right, you can't turn over the ball at that point. You have to play perfect football because your defense can't get off the field. You give up a big play before halftime because you zero blitz. It's so many things right now that are wrong with this Tampa Bay team. Let me ask you, Trevor, because you were there today. Do you think that first and foremost, Todd Bowles has lost this locker room? And can they turn it around today versus the Miami Dolphins? Give me a prediction, and we'll let you go.
Yeah, really. Trevor, great call, man. I appreciate you calling in. But what is your level of confidence, and what's your score prediction?
Okay, well, I'll answer Peter's question first about the locker room.
Yes.
I don't think he's lost the locker room.
Amen.
I just think it's one of those things where, especially defensively, we're lacking that pass rusher. You know what I'm saying? We need that pass rusher. We don't have it on our roster right now.
Right.
And that's a factor. Personnel is a factor on defense. As far as the game today, I'm praying to God. I don't give a damn what the score is as long as we win.
You just want a Bucs win.
I hope I'm predicting that we win 30-17.
All right, 30-17 right there. We'll go ahead and give you the DJ horn. Trevor, we will see you at halftime, and of course on the post-game edition live from my studio because we won't be here. We'll be wrapping up early. The Eagles coming into town here against the Buffalo Bills. So we'll get out of here.
See you, brother.
All right, let's go out to this guy right here. Let's go out to this guy.
Acknowledge me.
Let's go out to the tribal troll, Mr. Roger Shue.
What's up, Roger?
Welcome to the Evolution,
I'll
my
take
friend.
this call because I know exactly what it's about. What's up, my brother?
NFC North champions. That's what it's about,
baby. They are. Yes, they are.
Congratulations, Bears
Repeat
fans.
after me. Thank you, Green Bay.
I love Green Bay. I love Baltimore.
Well, you love Baltimore
Ravens.
last night because they finally ran Derrick Henry. They didn't have Lamar Jackson. They ran it up.
Can we switch gears just for a second?
Well, of course.
Am I the only one that watches Malik Willis this past 2 weeks and think he's actually playing better at the position than Jordan Love?
They could have a good problem to have.
You know what sucks?
Yeah.
He's not going to be there next year.
Well, he's probably not.
No. He will get ahead. He's going to get a starting quarterback job. And I'm going to tell you right now, want to know where I think he's going?
Who?
Minnesota.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you want to go somewhat but they have so much invested in J.J. McCarthy. We'll get back to that in a moment. Roger, what's on your mind
What's up,
besides
Raj?
the Bears? What do you think about this Bucs team today? I know you're not a fan. It is your second team. Confidence level with this Bucs team to turn it around today, 1 to 10. And do you think Todd Bowles has lost this locker room? Yes or no?
Yes, I think he lost the locker room. My confidence level is at a 4.5 or a 5.
So they don't win today.
I love you, Roger, but you're an idiot sometimes.
Here's Tom Brady for you.
That's good enough to suck right there.
On that note, Roger, yes, go Bears, go Bucs. Thanks for calling in. Use your second call in a few.
Great show, guys.
All right,
Hey,
man. Thanks a lot.
Hey, by the way, Roger, where the hell are you?
I'm telling you, he says it's too far, by the way.
No,
It's too far.
Roger, seriously, whoever's watching out there, if you're local and you want to come in, I don't care where you're at, in Pinellas, Hillsborough, or even Manatee, even southern Pasco County. It is not that far. Come out to Tampa Joe's right here on Anderson Boulevard. You got a question for the Greek or Pete? Make sure you call into the show.
All right, so we're going to hold off on the phone calls. Appreciate the call. Let's go out to this guy. We don't really have it. I'm just going to go with the Gene thing here.
Fire the cannon.
Let's go out to the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. TJ, live there in Miami. What's going on, my friend?
Hey, it's great to be with you, and I know that last time in Carolina we had a little issue with being able to see the field, so I'm going to do this for the camera live from Miami. You'll be able to see it better when I zoom like that. There is Hard Rock Stadium turf, and we got the Bucs and the Dolphins coming up right out there here in a little bit. So I wanted to give the fans a little shout out. And by the way, it's so stinking loud, I'm going to close that so I can hear you better. How are things on a Sunday as we get ready for the Bucs and the Dolphins?
Well, we just had the report come out from Ian Rappaport that Todd Bowles is not in any jeopardy to lose his job. And then you also have Rondé Barber this week, who's also in that building, saying that Todd Bowles. So at this point, all I want for Christmas, TJ Reeves, is a Buccaneer win so that game counts next week.
How about 2 wins?
Yeah, 2 wins to win the
Just
NFC
2 wins.
South. That's all I want.
Greek, you can't win the second one till you win the first one. Like the man is saying, you got to get the first one today,
Listen,
and then you're alive and well for Week 18. And what comes up with that?
There are very few times you're ever going to hear me say this, TJ. You can look by this game. You're supposed to absolutely handle your business. It's supposed to be a nice ride back home, about 4 hours away if you're driving from Miami straight up to Tampa. But, TJ, I'd love to hear what the mood looks like down there. I know you're about an hour and a half before game time. How many Buccaneer fans do you see out there?
There are some that are already here, and we're expecting they're probably going to be a few thousand here because it's a fairly easy drive. And again, the Dolphins fans are beat down. They did win some games here late in the year, but it's been a bad year. They've lost the last 2 weeks. I don't know how full this place is going to be. Now, it can get loud because they have put the enclosure over the top. Here, let me see if I can get a shot for you through the window. You can see the enclosed square around the top, and that keeps some of the noise in. I don't know, Peter, how well you can see that in the shot where it says Hard Rock and where the video board is. So that keeps the sound in some in this place. So even if it's not, 90% full, 80% full, it'll still be loud when the Bucs have the ball. But there's some question as to how many Dolphin fans are here. They're eliminated. Is Mike McDaniel going to get fired? This is their final home game. They play in New England next week. So I don't know. I don't know how big a factor that'll be, but I would suspect there's probably going to be a few thousand Buccaneer fans that have made the trip and got their hands on tickets. And, here we are once again with you've got to win to be able to make the playoffs, win the division and make the playoffs. And Baker Mayfield and the offense particularly has delivered for the most part the last 2 seasons in these win and get in it games. Right now you can't do anything about what happened in Carolina last week. The only thing you can do is move forward and win this game today. Find a way to win this game today.
You've been around the team. What's your level of confidence? What do you think about this team's confidence right now? Does it seem still high? I mean, again, you got everything in front of you. I sense that they do feel confident here, that they're going to put together a good performance and win this game because, again, for a great many of them, they've been right here last year, and for some of them, they were even here in 2023. Must-win situation Week 17, must-win situation then in Week 18. And I know you keep going over this, but this is worth repeating. If the Buccaneers win, the result in Charlotte doesn't matter for next week. So just control your own destiny and win the game. Now, we're going to entertain it for a second here on the Sports Web. If the Buccaneers don't win, a Carolina loss still has things in play for Week 18. But you really want to take care of your own business and eliminate any doubt from that. And so this has to be
must-win type mentality. Play with focus, play with poise. I was disappointed, so was everybody else, in the false starts and the problems last week with penalties. Let's don't see that again today. Let's get that cleaned up. Let's get that corrected because you're running out of opportunities with that, guys.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. And makes it more difficult with Tristan Wirfs not playing in this game. Once again, another reshuffling of the offensive line. Give me some final thoughts because I know you got to get on Buccaneer Radio there locally. Yep.
And don't forget, TJ, tell everybody how they can find you because everybody.
Yes, we'll do that.
Honestly, PJ, I tell everybody, turn the volume down on your TV and turn on the radio and synchronize your video to the audio because
there we go. You're the man. All right, I'll tell him in a second. Now, as far as the offensive line, Chukwuma obviously played against the Saints as the left tackle for that game, so he's got some experience having done this before. And again, Bradley Chubb is going to be a handful. That number one pick, Chop Robinson, the pass rusher, is the other guy, number 44. It's going to be a handful, but they've had a week to prepare to have Payne Durham, the tight end over there. Maybe some plays where Charlie Heck, the extra blocker, will come in, that kind of stuff. Put Rashad White over on that side of the formation to maybe get a chip block on a guy as well. So you've got some things to combat that. I am looking, give me your thought real quick before I have to run. Bucky Irving might be your X factor today. Bucky with an explosive run or maybe get him in space on a pass. Look for number 7 to maybe be a factor in this game. Get him in space. We haven't seen enough of him the last couple of games. Get him in space. Let's see what happens today with Bucky Irving, guys.
My thought on the running game, I think it's going to be a combination of the both. And I honestly think that Rashad White and Bucky Irving are going to have 2 very, very solid games. Look for about 120 to 130 yards rushing.
All right.
And I'll throw another one out there. Ibuka and Evans today, especially Ibuka, only a couple targets last week. The first target there, big play, 40 yards in the fourth quarter. You got to get him more involved.
You got to get some balls down the field.
Yep.
I would agree. Let's see if they do that early, loosen up the defense. Listen, great stuff. Keep knocking them dead at Tampa Joe's. You guys have still got about an hour to get out there and see Peter. They got giveaways. They got great food in Tampa, right at Waters and the Veterans Expressway, right off of Anderson Road and Waters is where he is. Go find him and find us on Buccaneers Radio, 98 Rock in the Tampa Bay area, Buccaneer radio affiliates all over the state, Buccaneers mobile app, Buccaneers.com, Sirius XM if you're outside the market has the game, NFL Plus if you're outside the market. Dare I say they give you a free trial of 7 days if you want to get NFL Plus and hear the game. Sign up for the free trial and go check it out with NFL Plus and hear the radio call through NFL Plus. Guys, have a blast. Let's hope we're talking in the post-game show about Week 18 and the division being on the line. I have a good feeling about today. Get it done and then get ready for next week where it's likely Sunday night football with the Panthers. Wow. Everything on the line, winner in, loser out. Stay tuned. A lot still to go.
TJ, we love you, brother.
All right, guys. Be well.
Thanks for all the work. Thanks for coming on.
We'll see you later.
The media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Yeah, I mean, giving us the preview there. And like he said, if you win today, you control your own destiny. And then most likely that game next week will be a prime-time affair on Sunday Night Football. And we got you covered. We'll be live there from the tailgate. We'll be live there from the field in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. No matter what, you want meaningful football in December and January. And Bucs fans, you may get that today. What's your confidence level with this team? Do you think Todd Bowles has lost this locker room? Give me a call. Let's go out to the webheads here. By the way, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats are open. Christmas was tough, so we got to make up for it somehow.
You know who I want to talk to?
Yes, go for it.
Hey, Misador, I believe you're still tuned in.
He
Can
is.
you please do me a favor? Go ahead and call in, please, because I got a couple of questions for you, especially in regards. I've been looking at the comments. You think it's the offensive coordinator? I'd love to talk to you because I think you're bringing up some valid points. So why don't you go ahead and give us a shout, me?
Absolutely. I know Eric Moreno tried to call, so call back in, but we'll go out to the comments here. Eric says, let's go, everyone. Absolutely. Tim says, I'm here. We can start. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
All right, we'll keep it short, I promise. Let's see here. Are we going to win today? I definitely think you can win today. Yes, I think you can win today.
My confidence level of 1 to 10?
Yes.
15.
15. Wow. Okay.
That's how much my confidence level is.
All right. Well, I like it, my friend. Alex, I think you tried to call in, so
You got a question or a comment for the
yes.
Greek repeat?
Yes.
Make sure you call 727-255-0391. I'll answer anything you want. I just don't want to tell you how to spend your money.
Well, and you got
Actually, I do.
How did you do on your picks so far? Because you've been killing it the last couple of weeks here. We didn't get a
You know
chance
what?
to give it out.
I'm not sure I'm going to be giving them out anymore on the show.
Why?
Because I'll tell you what, man, it seems like it's really weird. You got these haters out there, and they just want to point out the one game that you blow, and then they just start blowing up my inbox, and they're just leaving that. Oh, how'd that work out for you? You know what? Kiss my royal Greek ass.
Let's go out to Abraham here. Abraham, welcome to the Evolution.
Ibrahim.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
All I gotta say is I just hope this is a turnaround game. That's all I gotta say, because every time I'm very optimistic, but I just hope that they get their heads out of their asses and play 4 quarters of football and win this game, because I've seen enough of this crap, and I just hope this is the turnaround game. That's all I got to say.
I like to quote my father for a moment, and I may curse on a Sunday
No
morning.
cursing on Sunday.
I got to curse on Sunday.
Damn
Offense, get your shit together. That's what it comes down to. And I get it. The defense, you're not expecting anything, and they've got to play better. But this offense,
Are there any
has
adults
to play
here?
better.
He uses the S word.
I do. I did. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I had to quote my father there, the great Richard Blake, because he would say the same thing. What's going on with this offense? And I think that's probably the most disappointing aspect.
Do you see what he's doing next to me?
I see he's eating.
Do you see he's eating all that good food?
Can we show some of that food?
No,
really
I don't
quick?
want to show nothing. I think I'm going to get off my chair. I'm going to go sit down next to my nephew and go eat some food.
You go eat some food. Take a break.
I'm
I'll
not
handle
doing
this. I got
You got this call?
I got this.
Good.
call.
I'm just going to talk to my nephew for a
You
minute.
talk to your nephew here. It's a family affair. It's a holiday season. I'll be a giving person. Abraham, confidence level at this point from 1 to 10 with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team, and in your opinion, has Todd Bowles lost the locker room? Yes or no?
Confidence level is 5 or 6. Todd Bowles has not lost the locker room. I think they're just psychologically deflated, and there's some people that were brought in to do their job that weren't doing their job. Number one is Hassan Reddick. That's why Peter Bay and Antoine Winfield were really pissed at them, because I don't think there's any effort on that man's part. He's getting paid $50 million and he ain't doing shit. So I think it's not Todd Bowles. It's just some people who were brought in to do jobs and hired to do jobs that like Grizzard and then Reddick. They're not doing their effing jobs. So that's all I got to say. It's not Todd Bowles. It's some players that are affecting the whole chemistry of the team, and they should be brought back. And some assistant coaches, they should lose their jobs because, special teams, OC, with all the weapons you got, and this is what the crap you're putting on the field. No, unacceptable. So I don't think it. And also one more thing.
Yeah.
I think Todd Bowles should let Larry Foote be the defensive coordinator next year, because I just don't think that him being a play caller, defensive play caller, and the head coach is going to work anymore, because he just strictly focused on being a game manager and let a trusted assistant like Foote run the defense. That's my 2 cents.
All right, give me a prediction, Abraham, and we'll see you on the halftime show and of course the post game edition live from the house there. What do you think?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna stay positive on the Bucs. I would say 20. It depends on the offensive production, because the potential is there, but what they put on the field is different. 21-14.
Okay.
I mean, because what I've seen so far is very close games because of poor production from an offense that should be putting like 40 or 50 points on the field. They're not doing that. So it's on the offense to win this game. It's their responsibility, because
I agree.
And
I expect this offense to have a big game. I don't think this defense is anything to write home about. I also thought the same thing about the previous defenses, but once again, it's a do-or-die game.
Miami only wins if Tampa doesn't show up. This is the simple story.
All right, Abraham, appreciate the call.
Abraham,
as always,
you're the man.
We'll see you soon, my friend, all right? Here on Evolution. All right, good stuff there. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Can I hear you? Yes, you can. Eric, again, must win Bucs today. Me Sador, I think he tried to call in.
What's up, me?
Let's go out to Me Sador here really quick out of Indiana calling in, and we'll get back to the comments.
He's right around the corner from my hometown team.
There you go. Awesome stuff. Well, let's go out to him. Me Sador, welcome to the Sports Web here. Long time no here, my friend.
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, what's going on?
You. I'd love to hear some opinions, man. The show is all yours. I want to know why the OC is the problem for this team.
Oh, I think it's pretty obvious why the OC is the problem. Let's look at Detroit, okay?
Okay.
You look at the Detroit Lions, and you have Ben Johnson there. That offense is clicking. It's putting up numbers. Ben Johnson goes to Chicago. What's going on in Chicago right now, Harry?
Oh! You seen the stories? Wow, they won the division.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
man,
been impressive.
I live in the region. This shit's unbearable.
I love it. But you got to be happy for the city, man. How long has it been for us, for those poor fans?
Oh no, I'm definitely happy. Most of my wife's family is all Bears fans, so it's good for them. But
So
anyway,
for people that are out there that don't know who Misador is, he lives on the outskirts of Chicago, right in Indiana. He's a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, and he's right in the heart of Bears fans.
And does a great show, by the way.
Yes, he
at the
does.
Round Table, I believe it's called. What's your show, by the way? Promote your show here.
Crew NFC Roundtable Sundays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So most of y'all, that's 10 a.m. Eastern.
Right.
Yes.
Looking at what Ben Johnson did just for the Bears in one season.
Well, it kind of helped when he solidified the offensive line. When they bought a center, Drew Dahman, and they got 2 Pro Bowl guards. He's got one of those guards that hasn't even given up a sack this year. And to be honest with you, they were ready to do that. And this is Caleb Williams' first year under Ben Johnson. But yes, I understand that. And now I understand why you think that way about Tampa. But don't you have to blame the general manager just a smidge for not having the proper backups?
Light gets a lot of blame in this, and everyone lets Light off free. But I'm going to get back to the offensive coordinator problem first real quick. So you have an offensive coordinator position that's open. It's filled by Dave Canales. Dave Canales puts up an average of 21.7 points a game, I think, his one season with the Bucs. His turnovers weren't great. You then get Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen comes in. Turnovers are still not great, but you're having 26.5 points a game. You then decide to move on from Cohen, which is probably the right decision, but let's not jump the gun. So then you go and you hire internally. You don't even really do a job search outside. It's all for show. You promote Grizzard to offensive coordinator. He takes over the team. The team is now turning the ball over 9 times less a game, meaning your offense is keeping control of the ball. And you're putting up 3.6 points less a game than you had under Liam Cohen, who turned the ball over but points on the board. This offense is stagnant. It's unimaginative. There are no plays created. There's nothing set up. You're not running anything off the same formations you ran prior. Ben Johnson will run a play 3 weeks in advance just so a team has to plan for it.
The problem, but here's the problem: you don't have the offensive injuries he had last year.
Not only that,
that you have this year.
Statistically, let me tell you something. Misador, I appreciate you spitting facts because you are definitely doing that. But tell me what this offense was averaging points per game in the first 8 games of the season prior to having all these really, really horrible injuries on the offensive line and Baker Mayfield having, to play hurt. I mean,
you still have the injuries though.
Not as bad.
Your center playing out of position. You didn't have your.
That's just true. He's got me.
Yeah.
Your left tackle was out. The problem is when he was forced to be creative and put an offense on the field that could produce, he did it. After that expired, and once they caught on to what he was doing, he is not able to adjust. That's why you see the first so many plays a game are successful usually, and it tapers off.
Can he get better in year 2? Can Grizzard get better in year 2 if he's got a healthy offensive line and a healthy Baker?
Yes or no?
I don't think he gets better. I think he has a healthy offensive line and a healthy Baker. You can't learn to create. You can't learn the philosophies of offense when you're just drawing plays in the dirt.
He's got a point.
You're not setting anything up.
I think there was a report thrown out there by Joe Bucs fan that was kind of,
he's got a point.
They said, Todd Bowles was controlling that offense last week. The reason why you were trying to run so much is because you were trying to help your defense out. Maybe it's also Todd Bowles on this offense that's calling the plays, that's dictating, if you will, where Grizzard can go. But you're exactly right. It's disappointing because, once again, as we started off the show, you get healthy and you score less points. It just doesn't make any sense. And listen, you get Dave Canales. He had his rough patches. He's able to turn it around. He's able to do great things right now with Carolina. They're leading the division by 1 game. You got Liam Cohen. He looked great last year for this offense. He's been able to turn around Jacksonville into possibly a juggernaut at this juncture. And I think
but they're going to find out who he is real soon.
But Ben Johnson, but this is where fans are coming from. You see the turnarounds with the first-year coaches and with offensive coordinators that have been in that building have success. And right now with the Bucs and their weapons, they're not having the same success. So that's where the fans' frustration with Todd Bowles and this coaching staff is coming from. Misador, appreciate the call as always, my friend.
I got one more thing for me.
Yes, go for it.
I'm going to explain something to you. The reason why I wanted you to call in, there are very few people that I can sit there and listen to. I don't listen to pundits. I could care less what media insiders have to say, but you played the game like I did. And that's why I wanted you to call in, because I wanted to hear exactly what your thoughts were. Thank you for helping me change my mind, and I think he's correct.
I think he's correct.
But you don't think this is all Todd Bowles' fault. You don't want him fired, right?
I never won the call for his job, but let me ask you this.
Go.
Who's in charge of controlling the coaches?
It's going to be Bowles. It's going to be Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles.
Yeah.
If your offense isn't performing to potential, who's the person that's supposed to stand on their throat and tell them either you fix this or you're gone?
No, hold on. Now I got to defend one thing that you said. They never went to an outside search after they lost him. If you remember, for the offensive coordinator, and they just promoted from within.
Right.
Okay. So
Correct.
that's not really Todd Bowles' fault. Now, hold on. Let's hold up here for a second. Todd Bowles is a defensive genius, not an offensive-minded coach.
But he did hire the coach. He did hire.
Yes,
he gets credit.
did.
He gets credit for Dave Canales. He gets credit for Liam Cohen, but he also gets criticism for Josh Grizzard so far. Appreciate
you know what, you're right, man. Thanks for helping me change my mind. If you want to use the second call, make sure you call in. You are always welcome. Gentlemen. You are always welcome up there. But I do want to hear one thing from you, because you blasted me for so many years. I want to hear you tell me go Bucs and go Bears.
And you don't
go ahead.
Hey,
I'm
man,
waiting.
I'm all for it. Go Bucs, go Bears.
Oh, yeah, baby. I got Misador to say that.
Appreciate you, Misador. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We'll read more of these comments. The question has been thrown out there. Again, YouTube Super Chats, Facebook Stars are open. We're live here from Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa.
Down.
Yes, I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team from 1 to 10. Do you think Todd Bowles has lost this locker room? Can they turn it around versus the 6-9 Miami Dolphins with Quinn Ewers, who last week
you can't even say that name 5 times fast.
Quinn Ewers, 20 for 30, 262.
I can also get him to stand on one head like they did in the Eddie Murphy movie, have him jump on one leg, rubbing his belly.
Listen, I'll do whatever it takes at this point to get you Bucs fans down here and realize that this is the place to be. 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Harry the Greek. Prediction: Bucs will win this game today. Bet big money on the Bucs. You said 5.5 coming in here.
No, the line isn't really that high. Okay. To be honest with you, I'm pulling it up again right now.
Okay.
This could be a trap game, but I don't think so. You might be benefiting from the fact that they didn't play very well the past couple of weeks. This is why the line is so low.
Right.
The Tampa line right now.
By the way, great camera shot,
5.
by the way. You did a great job on that. Yeah, it looks great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. Better than I could do. So
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, you did a great job with it.
Oh, stop.
I allowed you to have control over this, Greek. I hope you had a great holiday Christmas there. I hope everybody got what you wanted for Christmas. What do you want for Christmas? What did you get for Christmas, if you want to throw that out there? Open phone lines. What's up, fellas? Let's get that dub today. Get back on track. That's what it comes down to. Sitting says, go Bucs, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Fire the cannon!
Go Bucs! Also, not only Tristan Wirf's not playing in this game today, Anthony Nelson. So once again, it seems like a snake-bitten team when it comes to the injury situation. You get healthy, and then once again, you have injuries pop up. Although going back to Kalijah Cansey, which I think is a big-time development. He's not going to play today, but I think he plays against Carolina. That 21-day window is opened up. We know when that happens, usually comes back. How much do you think Cansey will make an impact on that defensive line?
If he's not playing today and he's playing next week, he's going to be on a pitch count. Okay, so he's not going to be as effective, but they're definitely going to have to game plan for him when he's in.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Alex, calling or texting in, you can call in if you want to. Didn't get your call. Congrats on the Bears, Harry. Megan says, "Go Bucs." Parrish.
Hey,
congrats
what's up?
on Bears, right? California, right there, by the way. Tuning in on YouTube. We love our YouTube subscribers. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. YouTube Super Chats if you love the content.
You know who's at the game today?
The content. Who's at the game today?
Tampa Bay Ray.
Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy!
He went down with his son. Also, a couple of his son's friends. He actually went down there with his son and a couple of his son's friends. Hey, we got a caller coming in. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Alex.
Hey, Alex. How are you?
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
I hope you guys had a great Christmas.
Yes, it was a very Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Good to hear. So listen, the reason why I'm calling today is because I got to go back to the thing that the caller 2 calls ago said.
What did he say?
Hey, listen, you were talking about Josh Grizzard and calling this offense. At the end of the day, I have to agree with him. Hats off to Carolina for, at the end of the day, controlling the run game. They did. They controlled the run game for the most part. So the reason why I blame Todd Bowles and Josh Grizzard, not only at the end of the day, the defense once again failed multiple times on 3rd and long, etc., to keep the Panthers in control. The defense has been an issue all year long, which is why I agree with Harry the Greek about maybe get a defensive coordinator in here and just let Todd Bowles keep his, obviously he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. So
that's actually been reported from Ian Rappaport.
Well, not only Ian Rappaport, but Rondé Barber, and also our own guy that we've had on this show before locally, Mr. Rock Riley of 95.3 620 WDAE has reported everything that he's heard. That the Bucs went out.
But I'll tell you right now,
yes,
if he loses this week and next week, Tampa's got a serious decision
and maybe that changes. And listen, this is kind of reminiscent. I want to go back to this. I know you kind of remember this, but the Jameis Winston talk at the time, I believe it was a Saturday, and Ian Rappaport had a report that, say that 3 times, by the way, Jameis Winston was coming back with a contract extension. He had a bad game after that, and then there was no contract extension at this point, and the rest is history with Tom Brady being behind door number 2. So these reports, as they go right now, can always change in the Glazers' eyes. If you do lose the remaining 2 games and you do miss out on winning the NFC South at this point, then there could be some wholesale changes.
I'm very confident that Tampa wins this game. I'm not so confident that they win against Carolina for obvious reasons, because I told you from before that I have a lot of confidence in Carolina, and I think they're playing a little bit better football. Alex, I want to ask you one question. What's your level of confidence in this game?
So the last thing I wanted to add, and I'll gladly answer that question, but going back to the main reason why I called is I have to agree with that caller about either who's calling the plays on the offensive side of the ball. Listen, when you stick to the run game and it doesn't work, and you have your top 4 healthy wide receivers back and you don't barely throw the ball at all that entire Carolina game, regardless of what the stat sheets say, you got probably, in my opinion, the top 4 wide receivers all healthy in one game playing, and you barely give them any targets. You stick to the run game. That is not going to work. And hats off to Carolina for doing their homework, because at the end of the day, you can't stick to what don't work.
Hold on, man. Carolina got lucky in that game. I don't know which game you're talking about. I'm just being honest, man. That game that I watched, Carolina got lucky in that game. Call it like it is. You line that game up, that specific game, not the last game of the season here, but that specific game, you line them up 10 times, and I guarantee you Tampa wins that game 9 out of 10 times. It was that fluke play. That's what caused it. And everybody wants to talk about it was Baker's fault or it was the offensive coordinator's fault. He didn't run those zigzag route. He was coming in to bail out his quarterback. He completes that. The game is over. It's as simple as that. It comes down to a game of inches, as we all say. Tampa's not playing healthy, but they're healthy right now. Give me your level of confidence, please.
Confidence level today. I think the Bucs should have no problems. I'm going to give you a score prediction, and then I'll give you my confidence level into next week. Confidence level today is a good 8. I mean, come on, guys. They're playing like their 3rd string quarterback. They're decimated. on all sides of the ball. This should be an easy Tampa win today. They're going to go into next week. They're going to have a tough battle at home, everything on the line. Probably Sunday night football, probably going to get an 8 o'clock Sunday night kickoff. I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 on my confidence level playing against the Panthers next week. But you should easily win this game. I'm going to say 28-10, but if you can mix it up a little bit, get those wide receivers back into play. I think it was Peter who said just a bit ago, kind of mix it up. You should see some yards on the offensive side of the ball, wide receiver side of things. But listen, 28-10 could be more. I see the Buccaneers taking this home, everything on the line. Sunday night, primetime football. And then we'll see where we are after this game. Guys, thank you guys so much for your hard work. And I appreciate everything you guys do.
Not a problem, man.
Appreciate
Thanks
you,
for
man.
calling in,
Alex,
Deuces.
great
Be
stuff
nice.
there. Yes.
Be nice. Be nice.
Yeah, be nice. All right.
Got
Hey,
a
Harry.
question? Hey.
Yes, go for it.
I was going to tell him again.
Do it.
You got a question for the Greek or Pete? Dial 727-255-0391. I'm not saying it twice. You know the number.
727-255-0391.
That's the OCD in you, buddy. Do you check the door handle when you close it 3 times?
Is like I have to do that at home for the roommates if I don't lock the door because the door is locked at this point. It's kind of like what the.
Are you sure, Pete? Do you remember shutting the door?
What the offense?
Did you check it 3 times?
Well, not only is the lock broke, but the offense right now seems like it's broke, and that goes back to what Baker Mayfield did last week. You look at those numbers. And they're nothing to write home about at the end of the day.
Back to the comments?
Well, I'm going to go back out to the comments, but I want to make this point here with Baker Mayfield. You lose 23-20, but 18 for 26, 145, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
He played hurt, Pete.
He's playing hurt. And you got to figure out Emeka Egbuka.
And if you think you're going to see a ton of passing today, and unless they absolutely necessarily have to pass, you're not going to see as much passing today. This guy has got to get healthy.
All right. Go Bucs says Megan right there.
Fire the cannon!
What's up, Megan?
Hey, Harry says Megan there.
Hi,
right
Megan.
there on YouTube. Time to ball out today says Zach. Eric, question for you guys. How do you know what's going on? We know what we know at this point. We talk to people in the know sometimes. Van House Live says fire Todd Bowles. Hope we lose. There you go. You got to love a troll like that from Cameron. Watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area.
What's up, Sandra?
Harry Berg. Let's crush the Dolphins. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. And by the way, I'm happy to report that my goal was correct here. I got a chance to get my mom, future agent of the show, beautiful mother, an Alienware i7 laptop. So now she can watch us. She can do her work on one of the top laptops out there in Alienware. So
I get a chicken wing. Wait a minute. Didn't even get one yet.
Mission accomplished right there. That was my mission in Christmas, and I got her that laptop. We got people coming in here, hopefully watching the Bucs game at this point. Love you, Mom. Appreciate you. See you soon. Kirk is not mobile. Van House Life. I'd rather not be embarrassed in the playoffs than fire Bulls. Right. Again.
Next comment, please.
Again, a troll. Defense.
Parrish, you're absolutely correct. The defense has to play a little bit better. And I honestly think they're not going to play any better than they have in the past couple of weeks.
Right. Well, we talked about the rookie quarterback, but here is the guy you have to watch out for. Devin Chain there. Their running back. I think the Bucs need to consider going dime package, putting Smith or Winfield in the MLB position, playing to force a rookie quarterback to beat you.
Good point.
Misador, A-Chain, yep, that's who you got to watch out for. The talented running back, when he gets out in the space, a lot like Bucky Irving, that's exactly what the Dolphins want to do. And look at Mike McDaniels, TJ talked about it, could be on the hot seat himself with all the expectations.
He's done.
Tyreek Hill.
He's done. First off, they're moving on from him, and they're moving on from Tua. That's a team in rebuild.
Right. And you do have some weapons on this team, not only A-Chain, but you also have Jalen Waddle who can make things happen. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Evolution. What's your confidence level?
Buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Sorry about the breaking news. It was not really breaking news.
My mic went dead.
I don't know.
I guess I have to, listen.
But
you
guys are about to go. But I'm going to get to the nuts and bolts here. But somebody let me just made a trade about 5 minutes ago.
I'm not going to talk hockey. I know you want to talk Tampa Bay Lightning hockey. We're not talking Tampa Bay Lightning
Eric,
hockey.
You got a question on the Buccaneers?
Football.
Give me a Buccaneer question.
Let's get some Bucs thoughts here.
You got a gambling question? Ask me.
I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
What do you guys think is going to happen today what do you guys think is going to happen today?
Okay. Well, looking.
No, hold on. I want to hear his question. What do we think is going to happen with what? Iran or the Bucs?
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with the Bucs? What do you think is the magic number? How many points do the Bucs need to win today?
I don't care if they win by 1, but I think they're going to win by 10 or more today.
10 or more today. So 10 or more. What's your confidence level with this Bucs team from 1 to 10? Go.
6.5.
6.5.
Why?
Okay, I appreciate the call, man. Use the second call in the next show, okay, bud?
Wait.
Oh, you got another question? Go ahead.
I'm not finishing. Well, I think
you weren't. We were.
Bucs don't need to run the. Could the Bucs 30+ yards rushing, 30 times plus rushing last week? This week today, we better be airing this ball out today.
Airing the ball out. There you go. Let's put Baker in a little bit more of a precarious situation. That was actually a good call.
It's going to be tough because, and I understand where you're coming from. I definitely think he's got to perform today. I think you definitely got to throw the ball, but it makes it difficult.
So we're supposed to air it out today?
I think he can.
Pete, I want to see 40 rushes on the ground for $120 to $160 and about 3 TDs. That's what I want to see.
I hope that works.
You know why? I don't want to see Baker throw more than 20 times in this game. I want to see ball-controlled football, and you know how to play defense. Because next week, oh, boy.
I think they win that game. If they win against Miami, they have the momentum. They have the if you will.
I'm just telling you.
Yep.
Hold all your bags, all your tricks in the bags for the following
And
week.
I'm going to tell you the reason why you can win, not only win today, but you can beat the Carolina Panthers. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Kalijah Kancey makes that much of a difference on that defensive line.
He'll be on a pitch count.
Yes.
I know you're excited for him.
I am.
I just want to see them be able to play defense and run the damn football with success.
I think it helps. I think it helps on both sides of the ball. Not today. Kancey will not play in this game. Tristan Wirfs will not play in this game. Anthony Nelson will not play in this game. So once again, Hassan Reddick, you got to step up.
Who?
Yaya Diaby. Yeah,
Who?
right.
Hang on.
Yeah.
You got a milk carton over there with Hassan Reddick on it?
Yeah, exactly. Been
That
disappointing.
was last week? Oh, my nephew said that was last week's milk carton because he was on it.
Bucs are missing Code Keith. Lamar says, aloha, Peter H. Blake and
Lamar,
Harry Berg,
what's
the
up,
Greek
brother?
right there in Oregon. We love you, brother. Appreciate you as always.
Fire the cannon!
The pick is not on either Evans or Mayfield. Passing in that position is 100% on Grizzard.
I got to disagree with that.
Okay. Michael Hulk says, just sucks that the interception was just bad luck at this point. Michael said, or Parrish says, Baker being healthy is huge for our offensive success. Do you think he can get healthy? Because he has multiple injuries, not only the shoulder, but also, oblique. Knee.
He can get a little less sore. He's never going to get fully healthy.
All right. Very good. There we go. Let's go out to Michael again. Win is a win today. Sador Bowles has not lost the locker room. The locker room has lost faith, hope, and their offensive coordinator. That is the main question today. Do you think Todd Bowles has lost the locker room? What's your confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team against the Miami Dolphins from 1 to 10? I'm your host, Peter Blake, here, along with Mr. Harry the Greek, live here from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road. Get down here. We'll be down here until halftime. We'll wrap up. We'll have a post-game edition live from the Tampa studio there in collaboration with the JP Peterson Show. Hopefully a festive, a holiday-spirited winning post-game show, because I can't take enough. I can't take any more of the fire Todd Bowles. This Bucs team can't get out of the way. They can't find an answer. They need to find an answer today, whether it's on offense, whether it's on defense, hell, whether it's on special teams.
This will be a
too.
get-right game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's
What's up, Tom? I know you're watching.
See you, Tom Banner, and I still eat ketchup on my hot dog. So there you go. Thanks, TJ. Absolutely. LFG Bucks. Absolutely.
Fire the cannon!
Right hand Bowiqua. I'm not saying his name. Yeah. Joe Sway. What's up, guys? Came from Lakeland last Sunday. Enjoyed it. Confidence level at 2. I don't know if this team is it. Has it anymore. I don't know football that well, so he says 2. That's the lowest, but then he admitted that he doesn't know football very well. So maybe that's, again, a sign of things to come. He doesn't know football very well. He says 2. Maybe it's a 10 at this point for a lot of Bucs fans. You see Baker Mayfield getting ready right there. Christian Gonzalez for, of course, the Patriots. Let's throw this out there because we talked around the NFL a little bit. They were throwing it out there before on Fox on NFL. Mike Vrabel, do you think he's the coach of the year or Ben Johnson? I think Ben Johnson is the coach of the year. It's very easy. You
got to really respect what Liam Cohen's doing too.
That's true.
Okay, and let's talk about what they're doing out in San Francisco, for God's sake.
Yes.
Okay, I mean,
Kyle Shanahan able to do it without Nick Bosa, to do it without Fred Warner, and again, that's where Bucs fans are looking. At the end of the day, doing it with the backup quarterback.
It's a feel-good story for Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get it because it'll fire him up even more for next year.
Okay. I think he deserves it.
I think he deserves it.
Yeah, I agree.
He's taken that team and did that.
Agree. All right. Let's see here. Go Seahawks. Again, Joe Sway, remember when the stadium was for baseball and football? Miss those days. I don't ever remember. Well, you're talking about Miami, I think.
What was that comment?
Remember when the stadium was for baseball and football? Miss those days. He's talking about Dolphin Stadium there, the Hard Rock. I was just for the Marlins. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. White needs more than one touch, please. Don Pudge.
I agree.
Well, you got to get him involved. You got to get your whole running game involved. But I think TJ mentions it. You've got to see more of Bucky Irving last week.
You'll see them both.
Again, you look at the numbers, 19 carries for 71 yards. You got to get him out in space. You have a defense.
I believe Rashad White is actually leading the team this year in rushing.
I think you're right. Well, because Bucky missed, 7
and
or 8
I don't think he
games.
has, but maybe 550 yards for the year.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not. You don't have a 1,000-yard rusher on the team. You're supposed to.
But that hurts.
That will help your offense, especially in the passing game.
But that's misleading because your main rusher was Bucky Irving. He missed 7 games. So that was the guy that you were depending on. Rashad White, he's a nice player.
I'm not trying to poo-poo on anybody's parade.
I know.
And I've said this since they drafted him.
I know.
I love me some Bucky Irving, but he's not a 3-down back. And when he is a 3-down back, he gets injured for how many games?
7 games.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You
Right.
just need to feature Rashad White, and you need to sprinkle in Bucky Irving. It's like shaking up a bottle of Coke and then let the kid explode. Because he can get 10 rushes for 80 yards. Easy.
Listen, I think it's fair to say there's not really a 3-down. There's a couple of 3-down running backs in the league, but
there's
at
not
the
many.
end of the day, you've got to
many.
have 2 to 3 running backs because of the injury
I
situation.
agree with 2.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to bring up this point, then we can get out to the caller. Peter, name more than one team in your time of watching football where you've seen a successful running game with 3 running backs, honestly. But then name me teams that have been successful with 2 running backs, which I could start naming them. But your most successful teams are the teams that feature 1 back. And the only reason for that is, Peter, is because you're giving him all the opportunities for a touch.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
Like Saquon Barkley last year.
Right.
But
and I'm not
he's not been good this year.
I understand it, but I'm not downing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers running scheme because they are running 3 running backs. But if they feature 2 of them constantly,
right.
I think they'd be a little bit more successful.
Well, and I think that's where a lot of people are going with
you
Rashad White.
You understand the comment I made, right? And let's not forget we got a caller.
Well, we do. We got Sador going on the line, but 2 running backs I can think of that led the New York Giants that Bucs fans are very familiar with.
Detroit.
Well, we also, but
you
go
got
back,
Chicago this
Brandon
year.
Jacobs, Amon Bradshaw, that comes to mind at this point.
But
very
most
successful.
teams that feature 1 running back usually and generally have more success.
Correct.
Okay, because the game is a little bit faster, they went to 2 running backs. But when you try to feature 3,
yes,
that's a problem.
It's tough.
It's a lot tougher.
And it kind of goes back to what Sador, who's using a second call at this point. That's where the management comes from the offensive coordinator. You have all these weapons. You're not able to manage it. You have 3 running backs. You're not able to get them the carries at this point. Once again, that's on coaching.
Sador's calling in right now. This show just got smarter. What's on your mind, brother?
What's going on, Me?
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? I'm glad you're on the topic of the running back situation. And I think this leads into the identity of our offense. We have so many playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. You've got 4 receivers that could be wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 on most teams in the NFL. We have 3 running backs without an identity. You're not a running team. You're not a passing team. You're a team stuck in limbo right now.
What are you? What do you think their identity is?
Hold on. Let him finish. I want to hear this.
Yeah.
I really think the issue is volume.
Okay.
We're a team without volume. You don't have the volume in the running game. You try to force that, and it takes away from your passing game because we have no true identity.
Because you have 3 running backs.
Correct. I think this team right now is geared to be a play-action team where they're running the play-action instead of both the run and the pass. Utilize it. You put Rashad White in, you know it's going to be a pass. 9 times out of 10, it's a pass. You can prove that by him rushing the ball 1 time for 40 yards. They're not touching the ball the rest of the
They
game.
are
Quit
pretty
shot-
damn predictable that way. Me, you are absolutely correct.
How
This
many
could be a
times?
dessert.
How many times did you see them, me and Harry, run on first down? And when it becomes predictable, it's almost like Byron Leftwich has taken up the
How about them Bucs, baby?
as an offensive coordinator
100%.
again. Yes.
100%, Peter. I was going to get to that. You look at the offense with identity with Bruce Arians, no risk it, no biscuit. We're throwing the ball down the field. We're going to turn the ball over. We're going to rely on our Todd Bowles defense. Happens, led you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dave Canales is we're going to run the ball down your throat. We're going to run it, pass it. Had an identity. Got you a division championship.
Correct.
You go to Liam Cohen. You have an identity. You have a team that's going to run to set up the pass. Works perfection going into that season. Now you get the OC that has so many mouths to feed, but he can't feed a single one of them.
It's a great point. And again, that's on coaching. You got to turn it around. And I will say this about Todd Bowles. If Todd Bowles was controlling the offense last week with running the ball, to me, that's not going to work. I know you're trying to help out your defense. When you got those weapons, I get it, Baker has injuries, but there's a way to do that. You go with 12 personnel. You go with pass play action.
I think you're going to see a lot more 12 personnel. I wish the Buccaneers would run a 13 personnel, but they don't have that third tight end to be able to do that. Am I correct, me?
Yeah, no, you're definitely missing
because
Coke.
if O'Keefe was in there, you can run a 13 personnel. That forces defenses to have to respect the running game, and that's when you can take players like Mike Evans or Chris Godwin,
yes,
and just slip them loose on the post, just like the Bears did against the Packers to win that game.
But you got to find a way to get your weapons the ball. You got to feed them. You got to feed Mike Evans. The offense goes through Mike Evans, and when it doesn't go through Mike Evans, and when they try to bracket coverage and double him, then Chris Godwin's got one-on-one coverage. Emeka Ibuka's got one-on-one coverage. Jalen McMillan has one-on-one coverage.
That's the point that me just made.
Right. That's what you got to figure out at this point. You got to figure this out. Misador, appreciate the call. As always, we'll see you on the post game, all right?
All right, gentlemen. Have a great show.
You too, buddy. Take care.
Thank you. Let's go out to the phone lines here. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution Live here from Tampa Joe's. Go.
This is Nick calling from Chicago.
Hey!
I think you're related to this guy, aren't you?
He's my favorite agent.
There you go.
He's the host with the most. What's up, my brother, Nick?
What's going on, Harry? Bear down. It's going to be one of those days today.
Bear down, brother. You notice the jersey I'm wearing? Does it look familiar, sir?
It looks familiar.
Of
I
course.
think I remember the guy that got it for you.
Oh,
so.
I really like the guy, because let me go ahead and turn around for the camera so everybody can see this.
Well, go ahead, do that. And Nick, thanks a lot for calling Evolution. I'm not going anywhere. We got him on here.
This is the host with the most. What's going on, Nick? What's on your mind, brother?
Not much. I just wanted to come in and give my thoughts on that Packer loss last night. So I loved it.
You know what? There was like today. Doesn't it smell better outside? Even though you live close to Gary,
Indiana.
I
could see better. I could breathe better. I slept really good.
Listen, to every Bears fan at this point, they loved every minute of Derrick Henry showing you. Which, by the way, Baltimore, newsflash. You got to get the ball to Derrick Henry. He's King Henry for a reason. When you get him over 20 carries and he's able
He had 3 touchdowns before the first half was over.
4 touchdowns, 216 yards, right up that Packer defense, which couldn't stop a common cold at this point.
What about that Walter Payton stiff arm that he threw on the defender?
Gotta love that.
Oh, that
knocked him back like about 3 yards.
Huge.
You gotta love it.
I don't understand Baltimore and their difficulty this year, whether it's injuries or whatever. But when you got a stud, a bell cow running back like Derrick Henry, you got to find a way to get him the ball. Same thing with the Bucs.
Absolutely.
When you got a stud, most likely first ballot Hall of Famer in Mike Evans, you got to find a way to get him the ball. And if you can't get him the ball, you got the other weapons that you got to get the ball. Come on now.
Absolutely.
It's not rocket science here. You know, we're not saying anything you don't already know here, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, you know this all too well. You got to get your weapons the ball. Just like Caleb Williams in the Chicago Bears, he's able to find his weapons at this point.
Nick, I got a question for you. For the day
go ahead,
for the day games today. You know, I'm sure you're going to be watching the Tampa game because they have to win or they're done. It's just really simple as that. Not so much that because Carolina
if
can
Carolina
still lose.
loses to Seattle, then you're
I
looking
understand
at
it, but Nick has other ideas. Nick's wanting Carolina to win for obvious reasons because then Chicago.
Yeah,
has a
they
chance.
are going to win.
Right. That'll be tough. It's a 7-point favorite. But I got a question for you because I know you follow football closer than most people do. Tampa's on the road at Miami. No Tua. Head coach down there is about ready to get fired. Who wins this game? What's your level of confidence, and how bad do you think Tampa wins this game?
I think Tampa wins it, but and I think they should win it convincingly, based off of everything that's going on down there. But you never know what McDonald's got up his sleeve and what he could throw out there at him. It's just I'm not too familiar with the quarterback that's starting.
I've seen better play calling from Ronald McDonald versus Mike McDaniel. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of Bucs or a lot of Miami Dolphins fans would like to have Ronald McDonald because Mike McDaniels has been a clown down there at this point when it comes
I'm still a little fuzzy after the cocktailing yesterday. And
oh my God! So. You know what, Nick? But I got to tell you, and people don't realize it. He is the host with the most. That's all I got to tell you, Nick. You are the man. You took care of me better than anybody and humanly possible.
I'm still taking care of you. Any trips to Vegas planned soon, you know who to call.
Absolutely.
Listen, I never been to Vegas before, so I'll call you the host with the most.
I got to buy this guy his dinner everywhere I go. I'm not taking his ass to Vegas.
I've never been anywhere. I never go anywhere. It's always work. All I hear is you guys going to Vegas. Come on, include your boy on this.
Nick, we're nationwide.
I'll buy you dinner, no problem, and we'll put it on Harry's room or something.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go.
But Nick always takes care of me. Nick, you're working for Circus now.
Circa Las Vegas, the D Las Vegas, downtown. Circa's like a 4-diamond hotel, AAA rated, and Circa Sports. And I'm licensed in Illinois and in Kentucky at this time, but that one's going to be getting a bigger as it goes. And we've got the world's largest sports book out there, best odds, better limits.
Sure do.
Yeah, if anybody's interested, please share my info here. You know
absolutely. But you know what?
You got to take care of your guy there. You got to get him out.
I understand that, but guess what? One of these shows, we're going to send you the link because you're going to start promoting it every time we do a show because I'm going to allow you to do it. As long as the Greek is breathing and he's on the sports web, you are alive, and we're going to get you going on Circle.
Well, hopefully you're breathing. If not, you're going to be a zombie at this point. I can't do a show with a zombie, although I've done some shows
you have before with some zombies. I can tell you that.
Hey, Harry, I even got an idea. Wait till it warms up a little bit here, and we can get them out to the pool there.
Yeah.
Make sure to show them that sports book. We get that 150-foot screen
God.
outdoors with 8 pools. Yeah. So we might be able to plan a remote out there. So
I would love to do that. I would love to do that in collaboration. I know you've been wanting to do a podcast. I know you want to get involved in it. I've invited you a couple of different times. For some reason, it hasn't really worked out. Maybe we'll resurface the over-under, and I can have you on, as a third leg in there. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, and we can go ahead and bounce some numbers from each other because, Nick, I keep telling everybody you were the best. You've handled me, and you've taken care of me from my days with you know who, but I'm not going to mention it right now.
We're not going to mention that name.
And you were just absolutely awesome. I mean, anything and everything I ever possibly wanted, you always gave to me. And when they do make it legal for me to go ahead and wager through your company, I know you're going to take care of me because of the thousands that we go ahead and run through the books.
Absolutely, Harry. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yes.
And I'm going to cheer for your Bucs, and hopefully you guys are going to cheer for my Bears tonight.
No, hold on. You get to go. Just like everybody else, you can't call in without going, go Bucs and go Bears.
Go Bucs, bear down.
Bear down, baby.
Good stuff, man. Appreciate the call. Use the second one if you want to.
Nick,
and look at this right here.
Much love, my brother.
Look at this right here. We got Mr. Jay Pringle right here. DJ UPS. You could share the mic. He brought his Bucs fans, his Bucs family. This guy's on TikTok everywhere. He's also a part of the expo that gave us all the great interviews all year long.
Oh, that's
whether
right.
It's Levante David,
right
whether it's Tristan Wirfs, whether it's Antoine Winfield Jr., whether it's Christian Izzian, whether it's Jimmy Giles, Casey Weldon,
that thing's bad.
Dante Culpepper, you, my friend. Get on that mic right there.
Hang on. I got a question from him. Let me grab the mic.
Yes.
This game against Tampa against Miami, your level of confidence, you're a 10? The man don't even need to get on the mic.
15.
He's a 15. What did I say my level of confidence was?
You said your level was over a 10 at this point.
It was 20.
20. Yeah.
Why is it so high?
Because it's desperation. It's go hard or go home. This is gonna determine whether a lot of Buccaneers come back next year. Coach is already safe. Ian Rappaport already reported that Coach Bowles is safe. This is gonna determine Baker's contract. Go out there and play butt off, man. Levante is gonna probably retire after this year.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you this much: we're missing Devin White in that middle. We're missing him. He covered sideline to sideline. That man, he covered a lot. He covered the wrong people. Yes.
Well, I would say that you're missing
sometimes.
You're missing a middle linebacker.
Yeah, we're missing a middle linebacker.
When Devin White came into the league, he was that guy. Then
we can go get him for cheap now, but
I don't want him. You know who I want? I want you to go out and draft somebody or get a veteran.
I want to draft somebody, but we're going to have to give up draft capital to go after Max Crosby.
Well,
you see they deactivated him for the last 2 games.
And there was a story put out there that it was the Raiders shutting him down for a reason. There is a big-time reason.
He has an injury.
He's having knee surgery.
I think it was.
So I don't know if I want that at this point.
Well, they said it was just a cleanup, like what Tom had after the Super Bowl season.
Yeah, meniscus, but you're going to have to give up multiple picks at this point. Trey Hendrickson's out there in free agency. You definitely need that presence.
Trey. He's a free agent.
Yeah, and he's been
out all year.
Yep. So, he's getting old. He's 31 years old. We're on with DJ UPS, Mr. Harry the Greek. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. Let me ask you, we'll get out to the comments in just a moment, take phone calls. Do you think Todd Bowles has lost confidence? The locker room has lost confidence in Todd Bowles, and he's lost his locker room.
Because if you ask the players, they're all about their coach.
Right.
They have no. They're gonna back him up 100%.
Right.
And that's because the leaders in the locker room back him up 100%. They know they're screwing up.
Yeah.
They know they're. I watched. I forgot the news anchor, the sports anchor on ABC. He broke down the
Kyle
play.
Berger.
Yep.
Kyle Berger or Evan. I believe it's Evan Klonsky.
It was Evan.
Channel 10.
It was Evan. He broke down that last play, that 4th and 14, when Vildor gave up all of that room, and he basically showed what Jamel Dean did on the other side to cover his guy.
Yeah.
And then that exposed the safeties.
Yes.
And it's a whole one guy can mess up the whole play.
It's all about accountability with this team. All right, you got to do me a favor. What do we got? We got to go out. We got to go to picks here in just a little bit, but you got to do one favor for me because you do this on TikTok, and you got to. We got a playoff game on the road. You got to come back out here. You're my guy. You got to be my guy next year.
We're gonna get one at home too, though.
Tampa!
Bay!
Tampa!
Bay!
Love it right there. DJ UPS, Jay Pringle in the building on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. We'll see you soon, my friend.
Sir.
Okay.
I'll be back in a little bit.
All right.
Can I get a Go Bears too? Can I get a little Go Bears too?
The Bears suck.
Oh, that was
actually. Caleb Williams is a beast. I give you that. Y'all drafted one with that one, bro.
All right, it's good stuff there, Jay
That's
Pringle,
a true Tampa fan.
DJ UPS, I love it.
I'm not buying him any wings today.
He shows up with this big-time Bucs hat. He goes on TikTok. Follow him because he's a true Bucs fan, and that's what we need here at Tampa Joe's. We need more Bucs fans like that. And whether you're positive or negative, we need Bucs fans out here no matter what. This is your time, ladies and gentlemen, for your away watch parties. Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. We'll go back out to the comments, and then we will get out of here. You got some picks really quick?
No, they're not really quick. You know what? We could do picks at another time. It's no big deal. Go ahead and go to the comments. We're going to get off here because I got to get my plays in.
All right, so White needs more than one touch, please. If the Bucs win today and the Panthers lose, then we lose to the Panthers next week. We will be tied with Carolina, and I believe still with the common opponents, the Bucs would win out. I believe.
Buddy, the Bucs win out. They win.
Well, that's it.
If they lose today and Carolina wins, it's over.
We will be 8-9. They will be 9-8. If that's true, then yes, they would win out. They would win out. That's true. This game we should win. I expect the Seahawks to beat the Panthers, so it's all or nothing in the final game. Me, Sador.
Don't be too sure.
Greek, did you know the Bears played a preseason game on my high school field? Bricky's Bowl right there, so there's no scenario where we meet them and beat them in a tiebreaker. Nah, we can if we both lose today. Then we win next week. Falcons can't win, though, because they will throw off the tiebreaker. Courtney Rio there. Whoop, 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 whoop to you. Sean Thornton says, I have confidence in the win, but at the same time, I think the pressure is going to be high. And unfortunately, I see some very costly penalties coming. It seems to be a repeat problem under the pressure. You're exactly right. That was very frustrating last week with this team. Stay safe, everyone. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Absolutely go Bucs.
Fire the cannon!
Eric says, we have a trade alert. That was hockey. We're not talking hockey. Walking around the stadium right now. See you guys soon. Love that. We're taking down Christmas stuff, but we'll be joining you around 2 o'clock. See you there, Peter. Thanks a lot, Anthony. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah!
Big time Bucs fan, big time Eagles fan. Eagles play the Buffalo Bills today. Any of the Bucs fans want to stay for the Eagles takeover, you're more than welcome. Scott, squish those fish. Go Bucs. No quarter given. Love it.
Fire the cannon!
Let's see. How much was the laptop you gave your mom? It was enough. When you do your show from the stadium for the Bolts game, Ray J, I want you to say to your callers not to talk football. I dare you, Peter. Not happening.
Who cares?
What is the Bucs? Hey, listen, if they allow me to do a show at the stadium for the Tampa Bay Lightning, we'll talk Lightning. But if they want to talk Bucs, we'll talk Bucs too. It just, again, I'm not going to
Let me be really clear. Tampa is a football town.
That's it.
That's it. Okay,
I love the
support
Lightning.
their hockey.
I love the Rays.
They support their hockey. They support the Rays. But let's be real. Tampa is a football city. The end.
Yep. And that's it. And we're doing a pregame show. It's not about every other team. It's about the Bucs at this point. We're giving Bucs fans what they want. Go Bucs, absolutely. Trevor, Hassan Reddick is not living up to the money he was paid to play, $14 million. Love your show. Go Bucs. Also, Bears will be one and done. Laugh out loud. Trevor Miller, that's true. Lamar, let's go Bucs. Fire those cannons.
Fire the cannon!
Trevor again. Ben Johnson. King Cook, what's good, Peter and Harry? Happy game day, sir. Absolutely happy game day. Ian Rappaport just suggested the Bulls job is safe. Are you kidding me? Why do the Glazers love this guy so much? Malcolm Glazer wouldn't put up with this mediocrity.
Because they've won 5 consecutive years in a row. He was the defensive coordinator when they beat the Chiefs for the Super Bowl. I can think of about
4 consecutive NFC South have an opportunity to win 5. The culture is there,
and
they signed them right. And they signed them because of the culture at this point. Whether you like it or not, they like the culture. And once again, for every Ben Johnson, there's always a case of where it doesn't necessarily work out, Bucs fans, and you know this all too well. So be careful what you wish for. At least I admit that I'm not too football educated. That's fine.
Who's that?
Josue.
We already know that.
Never give up on the Buccaneers. Take a bite out of Tom
definitely
Brady's
smart
words.
about baseball.
Let's go. King Cook, I saw that too. This will be a very, very important offseason for everyone's future moving forward in our organization. Sheila, oh, Sheila, we're bound to beat the Dolphins. Yes, that's our song. Oh, remember what I'm saying? Ready for the world? We're bound to beat the Dolphins because we control the ship with lots of ammunition. Fire those cannons.
Fire the cannon.
Let's go out to Parrish. Well said, Harry. White being in the lead and sprinkle Bucky. Teresa, let's go Dolphins. Harry, thanks for leaving your Green Bay jersey at home. Go Bears. Climatic.
You know, I almost actually wore that today.
Yes.
For a joke.
There you go. Another thing, please don't forget about Sterling
Actually,
Shepard.
I had it on and the wife went, "What are you doing?" And then I seen the 9mm come out. I was like, no, this is coming off.
I know we got top-notch receivers back, but Shep has been clutch for us. Yo, says Chris Cole.
Yo.
Michael, Bulls is trending in the wrong direction. He's been mediocre for 4 seasons. Record 35-35. Defense has been bad for 3 seasons.
That's his opinion.
Offense has gone from 3rd to 23rd. His players don't respond to him.
That's understandable.
Nick says, thanks for having me on again. Absolutely.
What's up, Nick?
King. Go get Max, Mad Max, period. Nick again, bear down, kick the guy out. Let's go Bucs, beat the fence. Sun Devil Dave from the Valley of the Sun. Appreciate you, Sun Devil. There we go, right there. Get his intro on. We have to win both games no matter what. Tim says, fire those cannons, fire those cannons. Let's go out. Okay, I stand corrected. The Panthers lose today. So can we? And meaningful football in December. Let's wrap it up there. 7 minutes before game time at this point. Final thoughts on this Bucs matchup versus the Miami Dolphins. 7-8, basically a must-win game today. You win today, no matter what happens with the Carolina Panthers. Of course, you wanted to lose to Seattle. but you control your destiny. But one game at a time, it's on the Miami Dolphins. Why do you think the Bucs win, and why?
I already gave all my answers for it earlier. Don't be afraid to bet the Buccaneers today. I think they win, and they win big. The line is now 5.5. Do it with confidence. Seriously.
I'm going to do it. I'm
And
going to do it again.
by the way, I also like Carolina at home getting the 7.5 points.
Wow. All right. 31-13 Tampa Bay over the Miami Dolphins. We'll see you at halftime here live from Tampa Joe's.
21-9.
21-9. All right. Post-game edition live from the Tampa studio. For the great Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. 3 things. You know them, you love them, got to have them. Bring the passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. We'll see you at halftime on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say on this show to end it off, go Bucs.